Hi everyone, this is Suzu here, and tonight we're playing more Vampire the Masquerade. Gotta love it. Hope all of you are having a wonderful week so far. I can't believe it's Tuesday already. I am excited. My trip is in a day and a half, so I actually need to pack, but I will do that after I am done being a vampire tonight. Well, playing a vampire online at least. Okay, and let's just get game captcha. Swap it around. I will not actually be on Thursday for my Baldur's Gate run, again because I will be off with my family, my parents, watching a concert. So, I will be here on Sunday though. So, oh hey, look at those flowers. Hi Fabian.
Well, hello there, buddy. I did what you said. I woke up.
They set their feet upon the sod.
And I can't remember if Coyote actually got this far or not, but
Their belly dry.
that actually involves progressing the plot.
Succulence upon the vine.
Oh,
The sovereign
wait, I can move.
full specified.
That's nice and all, but I have questions. Can you tell me your name?
Do I take you from your time, truth seeker? Do I interrupt your sleep?
I'm more interested in who you are.
They say trouble comes in pairs, detective.
That's a truth.
They say trouble comes in pairs.
Okay. Oh. So there wasn't actually anything to see there, I think. I don't know.
They say trouble comes in pairs, and here I was with the first shoe in front of me, waiting for the other to drop. And let me tell you, this one was tight-laced and had a vicious tongue.
A deep sleeper? A goddamn deep sleeper? It is 8 o'clock at night and I've been standing out here for an hour.
Oh my word.
Well, I'm sorry to interrupt your me time, Mr. Detective, but someone wants to kill me and no one seems to care.
Oh, let me guess. You're a sleeper agent planted deep within a Far Eastern drugs cartel, but a shaman broke your illusion and now you're on the run. Or you double parked on Pike Street and a gang of antsy farmers threatened you with healthy, nutritious produce.
What? What? No, nothing like that.
Just give me the facts, Miss,
Verona. It's just, I'm going through my purse and I find a goddamn death threat and this freaky looking sword thing.
Sword thing?
Now that is interesting. A death threat and a decoration. Might I see them, Miss Verona?
That's why they sent me to you. I showed the officer at the desk. He said you'd help. Look, I went out last night with the girls, went through my purse for my keys this morning, and there they were. The letter, the cross thing, weren't there last night, and... Oh.
Sorry.
This has got me shook up.
Sorry, Chad.
Detective, real shook up.
Oh, then you
Sugar.
just let old Fabian take a look-see. See what shakes out.
Okay. Cross of St. James. A decorative metal cross, weathered with a sharp point at one end. That shape was sometimes called the Cross of St. James. I'd seen it in the 2020s at Pandora's death, but also back in the old days, each time at a murder scene. Okay. Let's see, persons of interest. We have Verona, a young woman who'd been threatened by a killer, or thought she had. We have Nico. Nico ran the Aura pawn shop. He was Banu Hakim, had a nasty tendency to tell the truth and deal with people he thought were miscreants, which sounds like a good thing up front, but doesn't fit well with with real police work. I often had to cover up paperwork to deal with lone vigilante killings. He and I got on. He kept an eye out for knickknacks I might enjoy. He had an arrangement of some sort with patients in the back room. I left them to it. It was their business. Campbell was Lou's hench ghoul, a big slab of meat that mostly stood around and looked tough. Seemed real mean. I think he'd been part of the mortal criminal underworld before signing up with our prince. We have Hector. Back in the 1920s, the Camarilla sheriff was Hector, who was also my boss as far as the court was concerned. I helped him keep the masquerade under wraps. Marla, who works in the Macam bar in the 1920s as a cigarette girl, polluting the lungs of the rich and famous. I didn't notice her much when she was alive, and now she was dead. Head cut off and impaled on rebar. She was a ghoul working for Prince Rosalind. Presumably keeping her ears open at the Macam was her business on her mistress's behalf. Then we have the mysterious killer. The killer first serviced in the 1920s, where they'd taken out a cigarette girl, Marla, in the back of the Macam bar. In 2024, Pandora had been killed in a very similar way. At both scenes, they left a metal cross of St. James. It was all feeling familiar. When Verona approached me with another metal cross and a death threat, I knew we were on to a serial killer who seemed to be back in business after 100 years. Interesting that, well, no, the Nomad wasn't back in the 1920s, was she? Let's see. The killer had set up Marla's death scene during daylight hours, so it had to be a mortal. The evidence was the killer was mortals, so that it supported the Santiago theory. Pandora's sire, someone had convinced Pandora she was kindred, had made some edits to the girl's thoughts, and got her to call me Lord Fabian. According to Patrick at the door, Pandora had arrived in a limo, which felt like court involvement to me. The mysterious sire had left me a quote: "Beware the sword of the cross." It's all felt like a setup, with me as a target. But why? Hi, Chaotic. How you doing? Pandora was her name, a young woman who'd been misled into thinking she was a vampire, but since she had a heartbeat, that seemed unlikely. Either that or she was super low generation. I think they... Chad, it's been a minute since I played vampire, but I'm pretty sure I remember a time where they could have heartbeats as vampires. Chaotic, get some sleep, love. Rest. You need it. But if you're not going to listen to me, then watch me play. Let's see here. And we have Fletcher. Mr. Fletcher was the owner of the Macam bar and a string of other establishments. I first met him when I was a mortal. He had made life interesting for the PD as a known racketeer during the Prohibition years. Any place in Seattle you could describe as Elysium, Fletcher was behind it. He made sure the kindred stuck to the... God. Sorry, guys, my tongue's a little twisted. You just watch? Okay, that's fine. If that helps you relax, then do what you do, babe. Okay, you stepped out of line, he stepped on you. He never liked me, but then he never liked anyone, except Lou Graham. Baldy Patrick was one of Fletcher's goons, on duty at the Macam bar most nights. The guy had been around for more years than he should, so I figured he was Fletcher's ghoul, or had an excellent skincare regime. Really? Mr. Lemon. Mr. Lemon is what we called him. Probably Mr. Lemon Drop, considering how drunk he is. I didn't know his real name, and neither did he. He'd been in the PD drunk tank for a few days, and was amenable to a sip of the old red nectar if I was in need. Captain Benny Muldoon. Captain Muldoon was my boss at the PD. We were the special investigations team, which was dealing with special situations. We handled masquerade breaches for the most part, but also put a stop to inconvenient questions that occurred to the mortal world. Like, how come Fabian has been in that been in that office for over a century? That is a little sus. In our world, Benny was the sheriff, responsible for keeping the kindred in line. He'd been given that title by Prince Campbell back in the 90s after a disagreement with the old sheriff. We seem to go through a lot of them in Seattle. This is Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. And this is my third playthrough of it. My third stream of it, rather. Then we have Officer Wheeler. Yes. There had been a lot of Officer Wheeler types in my time at the PD, and George was as good as any other. He had a wife and at least one kid. I knew that much. He and I was wondering why the Baldur's Gate 3 looks weird. I mean, there's bloodshed, There's there's silver-haired characters, but there's no sexy vampire. There's no sexy British vampires, at least, that I've seen yet. He and I played cards every so often, and he mostly won. Gideon Hall. Gideon was my sire. I, as a mortal detective, got caught up in a wild conspiracy theory about vampires and werewolves, and it turned out to be true. He was the one who stopped simping for the vampire. No. I don't wanna. What can I say? I love vampires. He was the one who spoke up to me when the others said I knew too much. He argued that my place in the PD made me useful to the courts. He's got the skill of lifting service thoughts from the mind of others, which can be a mite uncanny. I've inherited a little of it, but he was a master. Chat, I'm on the phone for like 6 hours a day for my shift. Why am I not able to read a fucking case note? Probably because mine's scripted and this is not. Okay, good. Rosalind Emerson. Rose. Miss Emerson was co-Prince of Seattle back in the 1920s, aside Lou Graham. She had eyes and ears out in the city, including the cigarette girl Marla, the first victim of the rebar killings. And then Lou Graham. When my sire first introduced me to court, Lou held sway across Seattle in both the mortal and kindred worlds. She had an empire of pleasure houses and other dens of iniquity, and held the politicians and wealthy by the balls, so to speak. She was prince of our city along with her sister prince, Rosalind Emerson. She scared the willies out of me.
Now this was familiar.
Okay.
Nope, had nothing to say.
Do a thing.
Hello there, my little parchment pal. You got words to spill?
I am a death threat detective. That is my sole purpose, and all that you will get from me.
Oh, good gravy. You're a little marked
Good
up.
quality paper. I see a few marks.
The finest thick cardstock as befits my role as a harbinger of doom. A few marks, I'll grant you, but I was folded very carefully.
Why did everyone
But
hear
then,
Southern?
alas, unceremoniously crammed into a purse filled with whatever junk the youngsters feel a need to carry. Not to mention the clear imprint I endured from the metal ornament that was my companion in travel.
The Cross of St. James. Pandora and cigarettes, sure, but he's still scratching at the armor of my think tank trying to get in.
Might I hazard a guess, detective? Was there not a case back when you were young? The gutter press called it the rebar killer.
No, so there was. But that was a long time ago. That case is cold as a corpse. Or I thought it was. Many thanks, loquacious letter. I'll talk to my boss, Benny. See if something is getting reheated.
Of course, detective. Remember that one should always put one's stock in the paperwork.
Now that's a truth. The SPD do love to fill their filing cabinets. I should rattle a few drawers too, see if any old bones fall out. That's quite a perfume you have there. Tangy, bitter, late nights and morning regrets.
Now, listen. I had to endure degradations to bear my message, you know. Dragged through smoke-filled
An
vents,
indignant letter.
splattered with
Who'da
malt
figured?
beer. Ugh.
Huh, so Miss Verona picked you up in a bar then?
How dare you?
Teh.
Yeah, I mean, yes, I suppose so.
Nice choice of font and layout. A little fancy?
Why, yes. The seriousness of a matter is often best conveyed by a touch of formality. Just to make it clear, there'll be no messing around. And you see, I come from a quality printer. No smudging of ink or any little black lines.
This is
Which
the
is,
most.
of course, the minimum standard in a well-phrased ultimatum.
Of course. Well, thank you, mysterious missive. I gotta blow the dust off the rebar killer case. and grill our girl about her
Again,
favorite
most
hangers.
indignant letter I've ever
Message
had the pleasure of
received and
talking to.
understood. The Rebar Killer. I'd heard that name many, many years before. If I remembered it right, in our world, he was Santiago, a hunter of kindred. What did that have to do with Verona? I wondered if Verona had remembered anything else from her big night out.
Yay, new missions. Let's...
Seattle PD, full of drunks, bums, and deadbeats. And then there's the... I wondered if Seattle...
Okay. Press Y to open the map. New missions. Yep. All the missions. Okay.
The folks would have stashed Verona in interrogation. I figured I should visit, since I did have questions for her.
Now again, I have... Aha. Hello, Miss Verona.
Any news, Detective? You've caught him, right?
Ha!
The law takes its sweet time, Miss Verona, but it makes the dessert all the sweeter. From the letter, I deduce you were in a bar last night, right?
Well, I did say I was out with the girls.
You did.
Being honest, it's kind of a blur. But if you're gonna tell me I wrote the letter myself, I will not believe you.
Oh, I'm certain you couldn't do that, even sober. Some of these words are multisyllabic.
Well, exactly. But anyway, we had fun. We hit up a few places, the usual, you know. Oh God, I didn't text any of the girls to let them know I got home. And I'm out of charge. Now I know there's a killer, but I need to go.
These friends of yours, are they the same ones who let a stranger violate the inner sanctum of your purse? Trust me, you are much better off here. And remember, our coffee is free of charge.
Well, all right, fine. At least you have Wi-Fi.
So I'm told. Plus, this frees me to focus on locating your tormentor and putting him safely behind bars. Strong, unbendable iron bars, which he is unlikely to be able to use in any kind
I
of...
mean that
murder
the killer is a male.
Never mind. Do you recall which dens of dissolution you visited? Bar chits, bills, outstanding tabs?
Why, Detective? Do I look like a girl who has to pay for her own drinks?
So pay for your own drinks.
Let me think.
Then again, my
There were
husband
a
pays for
couple of
mine,
dives.
but still.
But we were trying to get into the fancy places too. I guess we started off at the Glacier for cocktails. But I think we were gonna try and get into the Macomb later.
Eh.
We heard it's real exclusive. Like they don't even have a list. The bouncer knows you by sight.
Until later, Miss Verona.
Okay.
Seattle.
So...
Seattle PD, full of... Seattle PD, full of drunks, bums, and deadbeats.
You stop
And then
that.
there's the criminals, of course.
Maybe. Thought there'd be something back here. Aren't police records like, you know, records? Okay. Not very helpful, are you? Station room. Processing. Basement. Stairs. Give me a... I have no idea where I'm supposed to be going right now.
Seattle PD, full of...
Briefing room. Getting closer. Records. Here we go.
I
Hey!
had an agreement with Bob. He would ignore all my requests, and I'd never ask him for anything. I'd do my own research.
Ha!
I found that asking the cabinets real nicely would make all the difference. I didn't see the point in confusing things. I didn't see the need. I thought about it, but it seemed like a really bad move.
Okay, dude. You're not giving me an interact option. Open the damn...
I thought I was on the right lines already. I didn't think that was worth the effort.
Okay. And I do the thing. Come on. Fuck. Okay, get closer to a specific drawer. I... If I walked any closer, I'd be on the other side of it. Why for you not let me do it?
I didn't think that would help.
Fine then. Gonna be a bitch. I'll just do this later.
Verona remembered the Macom. Verona said she'd been to the glacier, so beer was cheap at the hole in the wall, and mortals did appreciate Verona's.
Okay. So now I'm gonna go back. See if it'll immediately thing. Maybe I need a key. Can I talk to you, Bob? No? Ooh. No. No, you're only doing that because that's right there. Arr.
Seattle PD, full of drunks, bums. I went down to the Dutchman for a word with Silky.
Fine. If you're gonna be a bitch, then be a bitch. Didn't want to get the answers anyways. Jerk. Stop crashing. Stop for your back. Stop for your back.
Cold night. I decided to visit a few places Verona might have stumbled out of.
Yeah, not sure if the game's just glitching or being a bitch or what. And my frame rate just decided to take a leap. Private food clips. Yeah.
Huh. Someone must have smuggled this in. Smash a bottle in here and everyone would go real quiet. It had better be an accident, or the man himself would have a word to say.
Well, if it ain't my favorite gumball.
It's gumshoe.
Oh, and I
Captain,
froze
as I
it.
keep
Yeah, what is it? You found a crock of shit at the end of the rainbow?
Interesting. Sorry, Chad. Give me just a second. I'm not sure why my model is glitching. Encoding overload. And the food's here. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay. Wait, did I? Just a second, Chad. Apparently, I'm having technical issues. Okay. Let me. What? Shift. Okay.
I was wondering, you ever hear of the rebar killer? A case from back in the 1920s.
What the fuck is going on here? Oh, hold on. I wonder if I have some programs I forgot to pause. 1 second, chat. One sec. What?
Long before my time. Name's familiar. Clue me in.
The news hounds called him the rebar killer because, well, he killed people using rebar. But for us, he was a hunter. Santiago.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I've heard.
I went down to the Dutchman for a word with Silky and to find my boss. It was his home from home.
Santiago. Took down a few of our big names, right? What about him?
God damn it. Okay, chat, sorry about that. Give me just another minute here while I... I want this to take up my full screen. Oh, right. Let's try this. Okay. Damn it. Okay. Here. And then that. Way down further. There we go. Okay. Trying this again. Let's see here. And I have learned something, chat. Apparently, I do not know different types of noodles from a hole in the ground. As I thought I was getting soft noodles, I got the crispy kind. Oh well.
The Macomb killing last week. Same MO, boss. Rebar, a missing head, and the Sword of St. James.
So the puzzler of the precinct has another pet theory. Why should I listen this time?
Because we didn't catch him last time around. He cut his way through the court. We lost too many kindred. He's a risk.
I get it. It's thin, but we wouldn't want the chief to think we were asleep at the wheel. So go tell him. I'll tell him I sent you.
Tell Campbell.
Yeah, this turns out to be something, I look good. If it ends up as dog shit, I tell him you slipped a leash. Get it?
I get it. I thought maybe we could chew the fat. Maybe catch up a bit. Did you read my case report?
Your evidence? 20 pages on the goddamn sonic grid? It's in the trash, along with your beam Illuminati bullshit. I ain't got time for your crap. Do your job.
But boss, this is important. Seattle's aural soundscape is a fusion of complex...
One more goddamn word and I'll step your lips shut.
I better go, boss.
Yeah, you'd better.
Seattle PD. Seattle PD, full of drunks, bums, and deadbeats. I went down to the Dutchman for a word with Silky and to find my boss. It was his home from home. Silky only had 2 vintages of wine behind the bar. The white one and the red. Silky called the show. To me, it was a jackhammer and some energetic shouting.
What is it this time? I'm busy.
Yeah, boss, you look real busy. I'll see you later.
Uh-huh.
Fabian, you old bloodhound. What can I do for the pride of the PD?
Not a social call, Silky. You had someone here last night. Dangerous. Keeping tabs on a girl.
Fabian, I'd be disappointed if I didn't have a dangerous person in my bar. Why, I can count 2 right here, right now. Listen, my friend. You know the rules. All sorts of people pass through. I don't ask their business, they don't ask mine. I mean, is this court orders or a masquerade breach? Lay it out for me.
You ever hear tell of a killer by the name of Santiago?
Santiago? Old St. James? Patron saint of veterinarians and skin traders, if I remember rightly. Friend to a certain carpenter in Jerusalem, so I hear. Should I hold a table for him?
Just bend a little, Oak Tree. Was the girl here? Name of Verona.
Fair Verona, huh? You sound rattled by this scene, buddy. I don't know the name. Why are you asking? If this isn't court or a breach of the mask. A hobby? A bird you've taken under your wing? Because there won't be trouble here, saint or sinner. Send her over if you want her to have a safe night out. But no who did what questions answered for you or for anyone. Not unless it's real kindred business.
I know it, I respect it, but this matters. I'll find a way to prove it.
Sure. I'll see you later, buddy.
Maybe it's been a while. Yeah. No idea. No idea.
Seattle PD, full of drunks, bums, and deadbeats. Benny wanted the prince to know what was up, so I'd have to face the... Verona remembered the Macon bar, and I would...
Shouldn't have walked.
And we're running.
Snow in Seattle. Sheesh.
Here. Okay. Hey, Baldy.
Good evening to you, Patrick. How's my favorite portal security operative?
Uh-oh. Something up? Need to see the boss?
No. I reckon you're the right man for the moment. I need your memory. In particular, the memory of a woman named Verona. Name ring a bell?
You usually make it tougher. That one's easy. She owes me for dry cleaning. Tried to talk her way in, but she couldn't form a sentence, so I told her no. Then she puked on me. Nice girl.
So she never even made it through the door?
Seriously? She vomited on my second best pair of pants. That's all I remember. And it's not a fragrant memory. You need anything else, or can I get back to the job I enjoy so much?
No. You have your duties to attend to, and your laundry.
Huh.
Verona said she'd been to the glacier. Verona's.
Snow in Seattle. Sheesh.
From darkness and despair will come transfiguration. All is well. All is well.
Just a precious moment, if I might.
Resign yourself, Fabian. Let your cares flow from you. Worry is for another day.
Could you spare a drink before the end of the world?
It is in your touch. I realize what divinity might be.
Thank you, Miss Shelby. You just keep spreading the good word. I have other things to do.
Do not waste your life, Fabian. Count your blessings instead.
Verona said.
I know you strong. I know you hurt. I know you are in
Here.
Verona said. The glacier clearly hadn't updated its decor since the 70s. In the glacier, I've heard it said that people drowned themselves in champagne. Interesting way to die, I suppose. A little tingle as you choked. The great and the good of old Seattle. A catalog of those caught in Mistress Lou's net before she took early retirement.
Do you have business at our establishment, sir?
Seattle PD. And yes, I do have business. I'm trying to trace someone's movements.
Do go ahead, sir. The faster I can expedite your egress, the better for all.
I don't know much about birds of prey, but there was a young lady here last night with her friends. Name of Verona.
Ah, yes, that one. Let me save you some time. She and her party were ejected in the small hours for extreme intoxication.
Ooh.
The language she used was not appropriate for our establishment. Neither were her gestures, nor her choice of urination receptacle. I am only grateful that I did not, in fact, witness her movements.
Did you hear what they were talking about?
It is not my place to eavesdrop on our clientele, sir. That said, I believe the entire hotel will be aware of which show tunes Miss Verona cannot, in fact, sing.
Ouch. Well, at least she was in a good mood. Anything strike you as fishy last night?
No more than usual, sir. We are often afflicted with inebriates.
I'm sorry to hear that. They tell me you can get a cream for it. I better be going. I, need to feed the egress.
May you find joy in it, sir.
The spirit of goodwill and charity, as evidenced by the richest of Seattle. Everything looks festive, but all just for show. Decking the halls, Still a couple of weeks to Christmas. Lou always liked the big party back in the day. Beer was cheap at the hole in the wall, and
Okay, that's fine. Let us exit. Run into the door. Well, I put the floor if you ask me. Oh yeah, I am definitely getting the first vampire.
A few Union Johnnies having a cold one, maybe.
It was so funny hearing
The hole in the
at the
wall
goth
needed
club
a
that
few
Haley
dark
and I went
corners.
to.
Younger
ago.
kindred did like spaces to
They were actually playing the song from the first vampire from the bar. But it's really
I read
fun.
somewhere that darts used to be weapons of war. Seemed the patrons here were on the losing side.
It also helps that, DJs are, much like me, nerds.
I used to like these things back in the day. Nowadays, it's press a button, put your hands over your ears. The piano was more out of tune than Herbert Hoover, and probably as old. Someone had a good night, unless they were playing hearts. Blip, bloop, bleep, bloop, blop. Never did get it. I did once win $100 from a one-armed bandit, but he died soon after.
Really? Okay, let's
Spare a moment for a few questions.
SPD, right? Yeah, go ahead. Quieter tonight. Not like last night. Man, that was a mess.
So what happened last night? Anything that stands out?
There was this one guy hanging out by the pool table. He was kind of creeping on a group of girls, watching but never getting too close. The boss said he tried to ward him off, but this guy was hopped up on something real intense, scary. The boss called me for backup, but by that time the guy had gone.
Thanks. That's useful.
Beer was cheap at the hole in the wall, and more.
another glitch. Grr. Okay, that's annoying as
Beer
hell.
was cheap at the hole in the wall, and more. Good view of where Verona was sitting from here. So, tell me, Pockets, you see anything last night? Could be any bar in any city, but you stroll right into mine, Detective.
There was a guy who spent some time around you. Kind of a creep. You remember anything?
Now, how would I remember? Scores on the chalkboard are my only way of keeping a tally. Unless you're talking beer, sweat, and tears, Detective. This rough green holds its share of history, as I'm sure you know.
That's a fact. Talk to me of beer, sweat, and tears, Pockets.
Oh, must you only focus on my flaws? It's hardly fair.
Oh, they ain't flaws. It's the little wrinkles that make you beautiful, and the memories they hold. For example, last night.
Well, I blush to say it, but my current perfume is that of day-old spilled beer. That and something else. Just a touch of dirt and fresh concrete.
Whiff of fresh concrete. It's faint, but...
Oh, darn it. I reckon I've got something on my leg. Some varmint has smeared me with dirt, Detective. Soil, concrete, and just a touch of
steel and plastic and the heady aroma of porta potty. Our target came from a building site. Which one? Oh, now wait. I'll lay odds it was the Western reconstruction site. Not too far and inhabited by anarchs, ghouls, and other lowlifes. Thanks, Pockets. Reckon I'll go digging.
I'd say don't get into any fistfights, Detective. But honestly, I don't think you have the balls.
Rude.
I headed down to the old Western Recorp headquarters. Seattle PD. I headed down to the old Western Recorp head. Benny wanted the prince to know what was up. So I'd have to face them. I headed down.
Okay, so now we're gonna run over here. Doing all the quests.
There was that same scent of concrete Pockets had talked about. The place reeked, and it reeked of ghoul. A ghoul who...
Ooh, photo of Verona. Fabian, get down to the Malcolm. Pleasure has a problem. Deal with it. Death threat deliverer. Whoever had snuck a death threat into Verona's purse, they were something to do with the Westron construction site or I'd eat my boots.
Didn't have access, so our stalker had a picture of Verona. Maybe that'd get Silky to open up. I didn't see the point in confusing things. I figured I needed my... Oh, that would have just brought me trouble.
Are you really not gonna let me...
People like me are
I
supposed
see you
to
there.
fool around with gadgetry like you, but let's say we get to know each other a little. Just in the interest of detecting, of course.
I am rugged of manufacture, but have had a tough life, Detective. Be gentle with me.
You're
I
Russian.
see you're low on juice. I'll be careful. Any text messages?
That's what they're called, right? Or is it SMSs?
Once you have fumbled your way through the menus, there is one smez that has failed to send. It says pizza.
Pizza?
No, very definitely pizza. It is always possible that my owner is slightly less tech savvy than you.
He does eat, though, so that tells us he's unlikely to be kindred. How about emails? Anything in the email box?
You're not very confident on accessing my email box, are you, detective? It is the picture most like an envelope, just to the left of the little snake.
Just tell me, please. I'm not made of fingers.
When you finally get there, one message in all capital letters for a special purchase to improve the life of a male.
Spam.
That is all.
Ooh, a natty coat? Maybe a new hat?
Something like that.
Anyone left a voicemail?
Since you ask, yes. There is one young lady offering a good time.
What sort of good time? I've always been partial to 3 minutes past 12. If midnight's been and gone, drama is just not gonna happen.
Haha, leaving that aside, detective, there is one other message. I think you should listen to it.
Go ahead.
Open the package. You will see a photograph and a letter.
Creepy.
Find the girl in the photograph. Make sure she receives the letter. She must not see you. Do you understand me, David?
Hey.
She must not see you. Now delete this message.
Guess David is a rebel.
Detective, I feel...
What's up?
Oh, hold me, detective.
Oh, dead. Oh, well. Nice work, little buddy. Maybe I should bury you somewhere.
Or just plug it in. So,
Seattle PD, full of I went down to the Dutchman for a word with Silky and to find my boss. It was his home from home. I went down to...
Huh. Guess someone was using gas to keep the lights on.
anything else? See? Just in case. Yes, it is.
Is that the light of hope in your...
It's been a long night, and I've worn down the shoe leather. My feet took me to the haven of a ghoul. And said ghoul had a photograph of my Verona. He was charged with delivering a death threat to her by his master. Here, take a look-see.
A ghoul now. I wonder whose blood he was sipping. But you're right. This is our kind of trouble. The girl here, I have seen. She was in here last night. Said drinks were on her. That she'd come into money. She decided to make a life change and pawned something that was chaining her down.
Pawned?
Left a ticket stub as a tip. Worthless to me, but maybe useful to you?
Well now, that is what we call in the trade a lead. My thanks, Socrates. A pawn ticket. I figured I should follow that lead to a pawn shop.
Yeah.
I had a question to ask.
Bracing Verona about it directly was less likely to get results.
think there's a cream for that, buddy. Let me guess, I'm gonna see Nico. I like Nico. Door. Open. Nico! My man!
Yeah, I think Sophia and I gave up on crosswords back in the early 40s. Too predictable. Not enough spark. Nico helped me find knickknacks for my office. Knickknacks with history.
Friend Fabian, what brings you to my door? I've had nothing coming to your taste. Just rings of old marriages, necklaces of old mistresses, junk, you know how it is. Discarded memories.
I'm looking for a memory. Came in last night?
Everyone here trades memories for dollars. You know that. What was it? Or who?
It netted her enough to have a night out. Paid her bar tab. Here, I have a ticket. You know this one?
Ah, yes. That one. She was burdened on the way in and floated her way out.
Here.
Ah, that's right. A locket. One moment.
First locket.
Progress. I don't know what prompted Miss Verona to sell, but this might give me answers.
Miss Verona? That was not the name she gave me. Ravenna, if I have it right.
Now, what is she playing at?
I hope in some way the item brings you joy. Even if it's the joy of detection, huh?
Did she say why she pawned the locket?
Oh, you learn not to ask such things.
That's fair.
There is usually sadness or anger down those roads, and to be honest, I did not want to share in hers.
How's business?
The festive season approaches. At this time, I receive old gifts so my clients can buy new ones.
I know that.
Renting a moment of happiness. This year, more deposits than purchases. An air of desperation.
I'll see you later, Nico.
Have a good night, my friend.
I like it. Okay, it's silver, slightly scratched and with a shine worn off. It smells faintly of patchouli oil. There are 2 letters engraved on the back. D.L. in an elaborate script. Inside are 2 pictures of the same girl. Dark-haired, aged maybe 10 years old. She does not look cheerful. Ravenna, not Verona. Interesting. That's an octopus.
This little guy reminded me that I'd met a lot of suckers in my time. I never ate fish in Seattle, even when I was alive. It was something in the way those cold, dead eyes stared right into you. I mourn the old clackety-clack. Computers are all very well. But since they were invented, there's been a lot more profanity in the world.
Well, yeah. Oh. Hi, Katie.
They said a cat may look at a king, but when it came to princes, I wouldn't advise it. You could go through 9 lives in surprisingly quick order. I always wanted to be that guy. You know, the one who wore a wire and brought down the criminal mastermind.
Looks like we're out of leads here.
I wondered if Verona had remembered anything else from her.
And now we go back. Literally just bouncing back and forth, chat.
Spare a dollar? Really appreciate some help.
Sorry, lady. Hey, Benny.
Well, look who crawled out of the...
It was a mite overzealous. I traded it to a buddy for an Everly Brothers single and a 1978 World Almanac.
Of course you did. You need something?
Any hot precinct gossip?
your boss is in a good mood.
That is news. Any idea what's ringing Benny's bell?
Who can say? Maybe a kitten died or an orphanage burned down.
Where do we keep the cold cases? I'm looking for something that's probably in the deep freeze.
What's on your mind?
You ever heard of the rebar killer?
Huh. Yeah, right. My grandpappy talked about that one. He was on the force back in the day. Mob hits, something like that. They'll still be in the file room, though, just buried deep. Take a ball of string, you're liable to get lost in there.
Oh, don't worry. Me and the records department have an understanding. What's spinning, Wheeler?
You need new material, buddy. Nothing much, though. Fender benders, drunks, and me catching up on my backlog.
Season 3 of High School Detective?
Yeah. Just got to where Tammy has a run-in with the study buddies. Hell of a plot twist.
I'm on the case. Catch you later.
Take it easy.
That sounds appropriate. Nope, just went in a circle. Yeah. Nuts. Here we go. You again, huh?
Wasn't gonna speak to me.
There we go.
Well, if it isn't my favorite Flatfoot, I knew you'd crawl back to me.
Hey, Philomena, you got me. I never can
Philomena,
resist
huh?
a well-packed set of suspension files.
So what is it today, Detective? A little dalliance with my dispatches? A thumb through my probation law?
Flaming.
Looking to heat up an old cold one. Know anything about the rebar killer?
Why, Detective, I did not expect someone to rattle my drawers so thoroughly this early in the evening.
Oh, you know I always try to be gentle. What have you
Oh
got?
yeah.
You'll have to forgive me. It's a little dusty around my fundament. But I do have a little something. Now that is interesting. Someone's been here before you. Oh, sure, there are
Sure it wasn't me the
news
first
clippings,
time?
side notes, dockets and warrants, all marked for your man. All in 1925. But the main case file, that's been lifted. Frankly, I feel violated.
What have you got on the killer without the case file?
A skeleton in my cupboard. The bones of a Storian. The flesh is missing. A series of mob hits in early 1925. Turf war, the funny papers call it. A clear out of local persons of interest to the police, and to those who serve hooch by the gallon. Same MO every time. Cold construction steel through the heart and a swift chop to the neck. A 5-week sensation of slaughter, and then it all dries up in a record heat wave and a crackdown on bootlegging. No one ever found the heads. Huh.
Anything that screams being Illuminati?
It's been quiet on that front. Too quiet. You do say they're always watching.
Well, they are always wide awake and a bit jittery. Any word on DB Cooper?
Oh, we already know that's
The
Loki.
usual. A fresh note from Mr. Sator filed under unverified tips. This one says, Cooper's true objective was not the money, but a small, insignificant briefcase stowed in the cargo hold. The briefcase contained technology vital to the timeline's integrity. At precisely 8:13 p.m., a portal opened, allowing Cooper to slip
I was right.
into
It is
the
Loki.
future. The light turbulence was merely a side effect.
If only they knew. Got anything new on the ghost ferries?
Now, we do have a letter here from one Captain Salty, alleging that the spectral boats are military. He says here there's an underwater base deep under Puget Sound. Enemy scientists are running aquatic time travel experiments. Apparently, it's a prelude to the Second Canadian Invasion.
Suzu was right. Yes, Suzu was right, as usual.
Happened.
I guess he got something right. I'll see you later.
Come back when you can.
I wondered if Verona...
Now we're going to talk to Vanna. Stop crouching because it's creepy. Downstairs? Downstairs. Walk, apparently. Shoes. Okay. All. This room. Door. Apparently. Wrong closet. Hello, Miss Ravenna.
You found something, right?
I'm looking into avenues, Miss Verona. Avenues and alleyways. Well, they remember you at the Glacier Hotel.
I think they watered down their drinks.
Well, that may be, but like I said, they remember you. And because they remember you, they won't be letting you back in. I'd avoid the place for a while, maybe change your makeup, your name, or move to a new city. Gossip is a terrible thing. The Dutchman didn't strike me as your kind of place, but I was wrong. You were definitely imbibing there, loudly and copiously.
Wow, we made it to the Dutchman? I must have been out of it. We never go there. Way too sketchy for me and the girls. All that leather and denim, you know?
Much to my shame, I do know.
Let's
You made it to the hole in the wall.
We did? Oh, guess we did.
Playing pool. They tell me a shady character was observing you from the sidelines.
Oh, yeah. Real sour face, that one. I told him where to stick it.
I imagine that you did. I found this locket of yours at a pawn shop. Sold to the broker under a false name.
Oh, that's not mine.
Does the name Ravenna mean anything to you?
What? No, it doesn't. Not anymore. And I'll thank you to keep your suspicions to yourself.
It's my job to have suspicions, and you asked for my help.
It doesn't matter. Just keep your nose out of it. I don't need your help. Not anymore.
Something told me she wasn't going to be so talkative, which was a blessing, but meant I'd hit dead end on the case.
Yeah.
I've got nothing to say to you.
This wasn't good. I'd gotten off.
Oh, right.
I didn't see the need. I figured I needed my strength for other things. Apologies.
Any news, detective? You've caught him, right?
The law takes its sweet time, Miss... Oh, you certainly made an impression at the Macomb bar.
Oh my God, we got in? I'm sure it was amazing.
You could say that. You threw up on the bouncer. You're blacklisted.
Damn it.
Well, they remember you at the Glacier Hotel.
I think they wanted...
Well, that may be, but I'd avoid the place for a... The Dutchman didn't strike...
Wow, we never go...
Much to my shame. You made it to the hole in...
We did?
Playing pool.
Oh,
I imagine that you did. I found this locket of... Don't worry, it's not a crime I care about. But how did you come to...
I didn't sell it, I swear. But you think the threat is real?
I have nothing that'd stick in a court of law, but I do think we're dealing with a killer.
If it's real, the locket isn't mine. It belongs to my sister. My ex-sister, Ravenna. Check the photo inside. That's me and her. She, used to be my twinnie. But she's dead to me. You gotta understand that.
She passed away.
Oh no, we just don't get on. She's gone kind of weird. How's the locket fit in? Does that mean she's in danger?
Everything is connected, miss. It's simply a matter of degree. Try asking Mr. Bacon sometime. If you don't know him, someone will. So, where can I find this twinnie, this Ravenna?
Heck, I don't know. We haven't talked in half a year. Last I heard, she was working at Atrium. That's why I never go there.
I see. Maybe your messenger didn't have a name for his intended recipient. Only a photograph, and a poor one at that. This'll get complicated. A visit to the atrium and its mistress takes... I'm told she doesn't like the cut of my jib. Between you and me, I don't even own a jib.
What even is a jib?
But as for your situation, I believe you've simply been the victim of a failure in postal delivery, Miss Verona. As so often happens. The case is solved. Your sister is the one in peril. Hopefully I can make it to the atrium before it's too late. As soon as I heard Verona's sister worked, Benny wanted the prince to know what was... As soon as...
I guess. We are flying up the stairs. Let's see if I do this correctly or if... And we are...
As soon as...
Okay. Where's my indicator? Why am I not getting an indicator from this chat? Okay. Should just be... Running. Still running. This game is very pretty. There we go. Hi.
Hey, I need to get in here. Official business?
Private party. No exceptions. If you're not on the list, my hands are tied.
Tell Miss Moore it's me.
No.
You sound like a guy who got decaf instead of a double shot. I didn't think that was worth the effort.
Lovely to see you again, sir. Long session today.
Same old, same old. These things are always a grind.
So I hear, sir. But it's important work. I'd like you to know that I appreciate it, and you can always rely on my support.
Thank you, citizen. Always good to know the public are behind me. Might I go in?
Of course. Enjoy your evening, Senator.
Oh, I intend to.
Okay. Hey, Coyote, can you grab me my Snuggie, please? I'm cold.
Uh-oh. The artist in residence was in residence, and she never liked me being anywhere near the residence.
Detective, it is fascinating to see you here. Particularly as this is a private event, and I know you weren't on the list.
This is police business, ma'am. I just have a question.
Police business? My. I do hope you read me my rights.
I just want to find Ravenna. Word is she works here, and often gets drunk, if you know what I mean.
If I knew such a girl, what she got up to in Atrium would be up to her, and not you.
Can I go look for her?
I'm not going for a law enforcement vibe tonight. I can't have you wandering through and breaking the immersion.
I'll be discreet. I promise not to poop the party.
What a wonderful image. I may never forget you said that.
I want to make sure the young lady is safe. Her sister, her twin, she's worried sick. Just need to check in with her.
A twin? I see. A matched pair, perhaps.
I guess I could introduce you. You know, so long as I know Ravenna's doing okay.
Oh, very well. She should be upstairs in the VIP area doing her job. Do not upset my guests.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I never aim to be an upset, Miss Moore.
No, you never do.
Hey. Excuse me. Can I here? Is there an elevator? Something? Stairs. Whee!
This broken glass, not yet cleaned up by Atrium's efficient staff. Recent, and I smelled something here. Fear. Fresh, sweaty, mortal fear. Ravenna, maybe I should get on the trail. Too late. I didn't see the need.
Okay.
I didn't think that was worth the effort.
Well, shit. So that sucks. It just stops here. Anything I can get a drink from. well because I can't use my vampire skills again. We go down to the barkeep and ask for a drink. Am I still on the second floor? Okay, apparently can't talk to you. Okay, what's up? Chat, I hit a wall. Because apparently, I can't get out of here. And I can't investigate the crime scene because I don't have point or the blood available. Had I known I would need... Hey, buddy. No? How about you? No? Something right there. Well, there's nothing that I can see there. That's a bottle of syrup. I'm missing. Thank you. That is exactly what I needed. Which means... Hi, body.
I take it you're Ravenna, Miss Verona's sister.
So it seems, don't it, Detective? Same bone structure. Though it would be easier to tell if I still had a head.
Just so you know, I've imagined you with a head, because it makes conversing a lot easier. Let's see now. You're still warm, and the blood isn't even congealed.
Yeah, you must have missed me only by a moment or two. Sorry, I had places to be.
This guy is quiet, strong, and scentless.
Isn't he, though?
And he doesn't stay for the torturing and the screaming. He's in and out, set dressing the space.
It's real theatrical, ain't it? But next time, could he maybe use stage blood instead?
Killed right here on the spot, I think.
It does look like it, from my blood and my body temperature. Such a shame. Used to think I was hot, but now, cooling rapidly.
You died in the same way, right? Rebar in the heart and a bad case of neck trouble.
Sure, Detective. Just like the others. A death for a kindred. But I wasn't kindred.
Now, that's something. This is a message to my kind, not yours. Any other marks or wounds on you?
From the neck down, nothing crying out for attention, saving the hole in my chest. The head you gotta take on faith. But no other obvious marks. The most common wounds on someone like me are closed with a lick.
That's true. Not the healthiest of pastimes, as I guess you found out. So who were you really, Ravenna? Other than Verona's twin? And why did anyone want to kill you?
Look at me, Detective. I'm mortal, sure. But I'm blood doll, you know? They called me Isabella's plaything. See the pattern yet? Me, Pandora, mortals who are tied to vampires. A message from a hunter.
Maybe so. But why isn't he targeting the kindred direct? And how is he here now, 100 years after his first kills?
I don't know. But you'll catch him for me, won't you?
Well, I'll try, although it won't improve your day.
Shit happens to us all. My sister will be happy, at least.
Well, fuck.
Please do, Detective. My sister will be happy, at least. Detective, are you quite well?
Sorry, Miss Emerson. I lost my thread there. What was that about your sister?
Let me give you some advice, fledgling. You are young, and you must learn. There are 2 princes in this city, and you will give them both deference. For your sire's sake, and to ensure your own survival. Do you understand me?
I'm sorry, my prince. It won't happen again.
Sometimes I wonder what Gideon saw in you. Then I have a conversation like this and realize how similar you are. I said my sister would be happy as she wished to speak to you.
What's this? Am I this evening's topic for discussion?
Not at all, dearest. Merely discussing etiquette.
Not about me? Oh, well, that's time wasted. But it's so good to see you, Detective. I hope you are here to enjoy yourself and not on an official investigation. A broken vase, a stolen innocence, a bloodless corpse.
Good evening,
Good evening,
Prince.
my other prince.
Oh, dear Detective, you are a sparkling tonic in an evening of toadies. I have something to discuss with you as it happens, but please, do circulate first. Business can wait. After all, this is a celebration. I will see you both later. Oh, and sister, I want to talk to you about the Carstairs matter. Will you have time this evening? Tomorrow?
I haven't forgotten. Tomorrow would be better.
Very good. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have egos to massage, including my own.
What are we celebrating again?
Really, I am starting to wonder why Malkavians are permitted at our court. It is New Year, and a gathering at this time is considered traditional.
Of course. Surprised you still celebrate, though, given how many you've seen.
We like to keep up with the times.
Sorry, just double checking one thing on my end. Okay, been quiet. Okay.
So, you two are sisters, but very different sisters.
Sisters in blood, Detective, not sisters in mortal terms. Has your sire told you nothing?
Gideon is not the most direct of teachers. He likes me to pursue my own inquiries.
You are on thin ice, Malkavian, as is your sire.
You don't like my sire?
Gideon has his uses. You are yet to prove yours.
Well, if there's a crime committed, I'm your man. Just to solve it, I mean. Not to cause it.
The sheriff has a modicum of faith in you. I honestly can't think why.
So, might I ask about the Carstairs matter Miss Graham mentioned?
A joint enterprise which my sister and I are considering. Nothing that should concern you. It is always wise to plan for the long term.
Well, I suppose in your case, the very, very long term.
Indeed.
Might I ask how you became Prince? Or should I say,
Oh,
one of two
1, 2,
princes?
Prince kneel
You
before
can
you.
ask. It is a simple matter. The attack on our dear sire all those years ago left us leaderless. Lou and I thought it best to combine our talents.
Not a very kindred thing, right? The lust for power being what it is.
I am never certain whether you're being sarcastic or direct.
Yes.
Oh, direct. Definitely direct.
Lou Graham is adroit in certain spheres. I'd like to think my influence is in others. We complement each other well. Our partnership has seen this city successful through 30 years and more. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have had enough of your fumbling. I wish a good evening to you, Detective. If, of course, you survive it.
Rude.
I needed to catch up with everyone before I faced the music.
Well, well, if it isn't our very own investigator. I suppose they'd call you a dick, but you're hardly private. Am I right?
Hello there, Mr. Fletcher.
I hope you haven't eaten. There'll be some rather keen party favors along shortly. Excellent vintage.
Quite the
This
shindig.
is quite the shindig. Very intimate.
Our royals wanted to keep the guest list exclusive. The deserving and the delicious, as it were. Of course, sometimes we have to make exceptions. Soothsayers, sorcerers, and sleuths. They're useful, to be sure, but they lower the tone. Don't you agree? Oh, do forgive me. I completely forgot who I was talking to for a moment there.
No, you didn't.
What
Ass.
must you think of me?
The sisters, the princes. They make quite the impression.
Oh, don't they just? Power, old sport, is a heady pheromone. It makes the delightful delectable and the harlot wholesome. It's a good look for the city. You can't buy charisma, nor even rent it for a night.
How's business? I hear the chink of coins and the clink of bottles.
You know, Prohibition's been a boon, an absolute boon. Mortals crave nothing more than forbidden fruit. Rosalind and Lou take their cut, of course, but the coffers are swelling. It's hardly a chore to pay that tax. We have a few rivals to put down. Easily dealt with. People know we have capable hands at the wheel.
Capable hands? There's a history, then.
You must know it, Detective. You lived here before you died, after all. The fire, the city's death and rebirth. I admire someone who has the guts to take direct action, don't you? I'm sure Hector will fill you in. Every lawman should know their city. Just so long as you overlook any whiskey barrels you find in dark places.
I'll leave you to it.
Have a drink, Detective. Let your hair down.
Alright.
Good evening to you both.
How are you finding the party, my boy? They haven't kicked you out?
They wanted to.
Which I guess is a good sign. You know Sophia, of course.
We've not actually met. I don't want to intrude.
Oh, please do. Fabian, right? You sent Gideon the puzzle? You are just as I imagined. He has told me so much. I mean, not that we talk behind your back or anything.
Well, we do.
Well, we do. But it's all good things.
What are you working on, Sophia?
I just like to keep my head down. Try and be useful where I can.
Don't be so modest. Oh, you must tell Fabian about the wireless.
The wireless, yes. Imagine, we listened to an orchestra concert.
All the way from New York. Sophia has built a set from parts. Oh, it sounds like scratching in a box to me, but...
The potential to communicate instantly between cities, not shackled to the telegraph.
But then the risk. One mortal with a little equipment in their garage and our secrets are blasting out across the ether.
Well, that's the most alarming thing I've heard in a long time.
Exactly. Completely terrifying.
Ah, yes. Thank you for reminding me. That puzzle you sent, an excellent recommendation.
I passed an entire night on it. Absolutely devilish.
Wasn't it just? It was "id" as a two-letter word that baffled me.
Yes. Completely threw off my cipher. If you find any more like that, you must let me know.
Is there anything I should, be aware of?
Actually, now you mention it, yes. A little morsel for you. Our friend Hector. I noticed some tension around the way he's holding his jaw. He's hiding something. A little push, and I could read enough to tell it was about a girl. I've never known him to spend time on romance.
I don't think it's romance.
Interesting, don't you think?
I was joined with Fletcher, and, well, to be frank, he doesn't think much of either of you.
My dear boy, we may all be bloodsuckers, but Fletcher is a leech. He doesn't value you unless he can ride around on your shoulders like the parasite he is.
Oof.
Gideon's insightful nature makes some kindred uncomfortable.
And Sophia's razor-sharp intellect makes us all feel like dullards.
I think maybe my tendency to put both feet in my mouth is what annoys them.
Oh, I hear you. I'm always giving myself a swift kick in the teeth. Are all Camarilla princes like ours?
Terrifying, gorgeous, power-hungry tyrants, you mean? For the most part, yes. We could do a lot worse than our girls, I suppose, but truly, all I hear of princes follows the pattern. You have to remember, my boy, we are all sharks in human clothing.
It is also short-sighted. I'm not criticizing them, of course. I would never. I think our community would be better served if we spent a little more time researching all these emerging technologies that humans are coming up with.
And it's
so
not
we
like
can
a
protect
there.
ourselves. And a little less time,
Posing in ballrooms? Very true, my dear. Disappointing, but not surprising.
So how are things, oh sire of mine?
Same old, same old. They saunter in so full of hope and lose it at the table.
you did pick up on that fascinating man the other day. The one with the numbers?
That's right. The numbers man. I could tell he was working an angle. Fidgety fingers, you know? I went over, asked him very politely. Those beans came spilling out. He's some sort of math whiz, brain full of digits, flapping around like butterflies. So we broke a few of his actual digits and threw him out on his rear.
Oh my.
You'd have liked him, I'm sure.
Good speaking to both of you.
Chin up, my boy. Don't let the hi-hats get away with anything.
We'll be here.
Okay.
Sheriff, good to see you. Enjoying the party?
Yeah, having a whale of a time. You just missed me doing the Charleston. Listen up.
He sounds like
Both soirees
Pat
are
Corbett.
Everyone has a role to play. A foothold to gain or a score to settle. But you and me, it's our job to stop trouble before it happens.
Albert?
No one's above that, no matter who
Kronk.
they are.
He sounds like Kronk.
Got it? So, do a few rounds, bump gums, get to know him a little better. Forewarned is forearmed. You never know who you'll face tomorrow.
Who are these people? What are their lines? Who should I suck up to? Who should I avoid? What makes them all tick?
Hey, bloodsuckers are bloodsuckers. But we all share a secret, so we stick together. Lou calls it a family. A sisters, and all their messed up cousins. And it's a family business. The court runs on money as much as blood. Mortals will pay a pretty penny for any vice, and more if it's outlawed. Fletcher runs the booze. Under Lou's wing, he's got free reign. Your old man
Hey, Coyote,
Gideon
that
handles
isn't
the
the same voice
Lou
actor, is
herself's
it?
been the Madam of Seattle for decades.
For Hector?
Rosalind's the schemer. She's got Isaac, who has an ear in every alleyway. And she took in the Tremere Grove.
I don't think he would actually do a game like this, but I'm curious.
And you just make sure it all goes off without mortals catching on. Both the princes thought Gideon had it right, getting someone in the PD.
You're worried about someone. A girl. Can I ask what's up?
What? What the hell are you talking about?
Sorry, I must have misunderstood.
You're just like your creepy sire. Getting a read on people is useful, sure, but don't use that shit on me.
Okay.
Look, if it becomes a thing, maybe you'll hear about it. But for now, I have nothing to tell you.
So, another year, huh?
What do I care? What am I gonna do, huh? Find a pretty dame to kiss at midnight? Make a resolution to drink less and go to church? Counting off the years when you're immortal. What's the point? It's just a number.
Anything I should know?
Yeah, I got something. The cigarette girl killer. Knew the whole Cross and Rebar thing was familiar.
Oh?
Now don't go spreading this around. We don't want to start a panic.
Panic!
But doesn't this sound to you like the work of Santiago?
Who?
Ah, come on, Fabian. He hit the mortal front pages down in Frisco. Serial killer?
Yusuf?
Or hunter, depending on where you stand.
Okay.
Ask Isaac, the Nosferatu. He'll fill you in.
Fletcher spoke about the Great Fire. Said it was more than a pot of glue on a stove. So what happened?
Before your time and mine. But the way I hear it, the old prince got caught up in some antediluvian cult.
Ooh, antediluvians.
Wanted to break our chains.
Not a good
raise
thing.
up the modern vampire. Treat the mortals as cattle. Drive a truck through the traditions. Lou and Rosalind, they understood that if you keep your stock sweet, you'll get more milk out of them, right? Burned out the cult wholesale. Their sire along with it. That's how I read it at any rate. I would not raise it with the sisters.
Duly noted.
You've given me a lot to think about.
Eyes open, head down, all right?
Right. You. Circle. Smaller circle. Circle. Most of his live action. Oh, okay. Aha! There's a book. Book, historical record of the elder known as the Nomad. Seems Lou or Rosalind decided to do a bit of light reading. Well, not too light. Wonder who compiled all of this anyways. Hi. Hey, Betty.
You're
Isaac, sorry.
right? Pleasant night.
Oh, am I in your place? My apologies, please. Pardon me.
No, not at all. It was you I wanted to talk to.
Why?
I don't think we've ever met, though I've heard of you.
I know who you are. The detective. Malkavian bloodlines sired by Gideon Hall. A dog who will never let go of a bone. They call you only Fabian, but your full name is...
Whoa there! Let a man keep a little of his mystique, won't you?
Very well. You are Fabian, and I am Isaac.
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. It seems both our princes are in a fine mood tonight.
Yes, they are in good spirits. Some believe it impossible for two kindred to rule one domain. Indeed, I have found precious few instances of it being attempted before. It is assumed they will destroy each other in a bid to claim full power, but our princes seem to be the exception. They have not had a serious disagreement since March 2nd. It was a dinner party. Lou suggested I be forced to sire the beautiful...
Let me guess,
wife of a
eidetic
politician
memory.
who didn't laugh at her joke. Rosalind thought it crass.
Hector pointed me in your direction. What can you tell me about Santiago?
The hunter. Something of a legend. An enterprising mortal who has sent many kindred to their final deaths. New Orleans was one of his hunting grounds not 10 years ago, as was San Francisco in the previous decade. Little is known about the man or woman, save that their killings all feature the cross of St. James, a signature of sorts, hence the name. It is believed that he is a member of the Society of Leopold, one of the deadliest and most ancient factions of hunters of the supernatural. If he is indeed such a zealot, he believes himself to be a literal soldier of Christ.
Jesus.
Yes, that one.
So what do you think of our princes? Just between you and me.
They benefit each other in ways outsiders can't always see. Without both of them, Seattle would be in turmoil. Some find Rosalind cold and distant, but I think she is misunderstood. Not everyone enjoys being the center of attention.
I'm surprised to see you here. I heard you don't get out much.
Yes.
Okay.
You don't strike me as the type of fella who lives it up at the weekend. You enjoy these parties?
No.
Not really. Let's see.
I heard tell of a cult here in Seattle before the fire. You know anything about that?
I believe you refer to the whispers of Sabbat presence in the city. Properly, you should call them a sect, not a cult.
Huh. Sounds a bit, sorta, you know, French.
The forcible dismantling of Camarilla power structures. The destruction of our antediluvian masters, as they see them. The open domination of the vampire over the mortal, free of shackles such as the Masquerade.
I know a lot about
meritocracy. The rejection of traditional hierarchies.
So what do they sect about, or cult about, or whatever the right word is?
They bind themselves together with rituals using blood sorcery and mixing their vitae to create mass blood bonds. All kinds of dark, unsavory practices.
Scratch that. Sounds like Pioneer Square on a Friday night. Might I ask what brings you here?
The princes asked me to come, so I came.
Oh.
I'm their secret keeper. I observe, I learn, I research, I remember.
Yep, eidetic
They
memory.
find it useful to have me on hand. Kindred of my clan are not well suited to such events, but I will step into the light when requested.
I get it. No one wants to outshine
That's
the
Nosferatu.
host.
Indeed.
I gotta say, I do find the Nosferatu an interesting riddle. Would you be open to a sit-down some other time so I can pick your brains?
Yeah.
I'd like to learn more about your folk, about your role in the Camarilla. I hope that ain't too forward.
Is it forward? I do not know. But I would enjoy sharing knowledge, so long as it is reciprocated.
I'll be right back.
Thank you for speaking to me.
I couldn't keep Lou waiting all night. Time to head up to face her.
Alrighty. Hi, Lou.
Mistress Lou, you had something you wanted to discuss.
Ah, yes.
Yeah,
The
Mistress.
future, Detective. My sister and I have plans, and I'd like you to look into something for us.
What do you want me to look into, Mistress Lou? Just give me the facts.
You're aware of our recent troubles in the liquor market? Has Fletcher said anything to you?
He mentioned something in passing about rivals.
We are about to expand, but are suffering from a small roadblock, Detective. A roadblock I put at your door.
Mine.
Your territory, at least. Our Vancouver run has been interrupted, perhaps even redirected, and the rumor says it's someone in law enforcement.
Any names, faces? Any idea who?
Not as of yet.
This
I
is
do
why you're
have a
having,
location and have managed to acquire
actual
some photographs. I will have my man Campbell deliver it to your office.
That does sound like a solid start to a case. I won't deny it. This is quite the shindig.
Obviously, it's one of mine. But you focus, Detective, please. You miss so much if you don't pay proper attention. Now, if we can just...
Oh, shit.
No! My sister!
One from the top, both literal and figurative.
Damn.
Our killer was out for the kindred of Seattle, and I had a feeling he was just getting started.
Ah, fuck. Well, that's not a good sign. Huh.
Well, rise and shine, Sheriff. About time you clocked in. See what the prince has lined up for us tonight.
You have nothing to say about your memories?
Huh. Well, that was a lot of faces from 100 years back. Something's pulling them out of my past. Do I trust my own mind? I would not vouch for it. I do think those things happen, but why we're both seeing them and what bearing they have on our case, that is a puzzle I can't answer right now. I guess we should head out.
So. Grave errand. Nico. I guess we'll keep doing plot shit, I guess. Or maybe I should do the side quest and then save the plot for Sunday. Meh. We are going to Wake the Dead. Nice, have my powers back.
About time.
Holly.
Surprise!
What do you want, Tully?
And a happy festive season to you too, my little Yule log. I figured we could catch up, fangs to fangs. It's Christmas. Everyone's too wrapped up to even look around. A modern tragedy, am I right? All the lonely people. Mind you, it makes for easy pickings when you're feeling the need.
It is refreshing to find one of your clan outside the shadows.
Stepping out's my thing. I might be undead, but I know what I am.
Flaming?
What we both are, right? We're fabulous. We're gonna live forever, and the normies are terrified of us. You're a bloodsucker, my friend. It doesn't get any more queer than that.
Queer?
Embrace it. Love it. Masquerade permitting, of course. Terms and conditions definitely apply.
Have you news to share? Something brought you here.
Yeah. Heard of Isabella Moore?
We met?
Well, of course you did. You Toreadors gotta stick together, right? I'm just glad you don't seem to share her, vision. Art must be excess. Art must provoke. Art must live perilously close to railing the Masquerade into orgasmic oblivion. Anyway, she has a nightclub, Atrium. There's blood on the snow outside and the doors are locked. The cop bands are all stirred up. I'm kind of tied up with a thing. Do me a sheriffy favor, throw on your glad rags, slip into the party, see what's what.
Tell me about her. What am I likely to face?
Honest opinion? I fucking love art, you know? Real art, raw art. She's really good, but she's biting too deep. Thralls, blood dolls, pick your poison. She's made it big among the kind. Magazine cover big. Heck, internet big, they tell me. The bigger she is, the closer she grinds herself along the edge of the Masquerade, the more she gets off on it.
I will visit this atrium.
A cut to the chase kind of sheriff. That's handy. Take it from a self-serving rat like me. You're doing okay so far. Rion loves you, baby. But don't get any ideas. She might be new to this prince thing, but the kid's swinging the hammer right now. Don't piss her off.
That is one fabulous Masquerade.
This time of night. Don't you agree, dear listeners? You're listening to
So, in that case... Okay.
Does it strike you as funny? Dreaming about Miss Moore's club only to be sent there? It all connects in the end. Chain link to chain link.
Chain links. You know, I did chainmail briefly when I was younger. Never really good at it. Mostly because it hurt my fingers. But fortunately, well, chat, I don't get rid of things. Like, ever. So, being able to find my entire briefcase or toolbox full of chainmail equipment definitely helped. Didn't help me, but it helped my coyote. Especially when he's doing his cosplay. I don't know. I'd love to be a toreador, but I have neither the attention span nor...
There's our boys in blue. Tread carefully.
Evening, friend. Afraid there's no fun to be found here.
Officer McMillan. 3 kids, wife has a bad leg.
Officer Macmillan, good to see you again. How is your dear wife?
Hey there. She's good, thank you. But if you know Abigail, you know she'd tell you to run along home. Strong drink is a mocker.
Yeah, that's Abigail.
Place is locked up tight and no one's answering. Sorry to spoil your night, friend, but I'd find your party elsewhere.
Okay.
So much for sweet talking. It's a big building. There'll be another way inside.
Insufficient funds? I'll show you insufficient.
I should get paid for this, not harassed by the fucking cops.
Here. What? Officer.
Apart.
Spare a dollar? Really appreciate some help. First you don't succeed, try another suit.
What am I missing here, chat? I'm not seeing magic entrance. I am confused. Oh, hey. Is that a door? Can I finally get into said door? Can I break open said door? Come on, there's gotta be a door. A key. I really don't know what I'm missing here, chat. Wait. It's just... Wait. Ow. Oh. Go fucking figure. Didn't know this place had a outdoor pavilion area. But then again, as a toreador, that tracks. Hello, letter. Letter from Daddy. What? Discovered just outside the Atrium nightclub. A discarded letter found on the ground. It is roughly torn at the edges and has a dirty footprint on it. Sugar Plum, it was so good to hear from you. Your mom and I have been sick with worry when we didn't hear from you girls for so long. I know you're busy being the stars of the local scene, and I don't mean to cramp your style, but it sure would be nice to get a phone call now and then. Now don't you worry about a thing, Sugar. I got new credit cards for you and your sister enclosed. Don't tell your mom. She says I'm spoiling you and you should just come home. But what's youth if it's not for kicking up your heels a little? Give your sister my love. Daddy. Open up. Let me in. Well, love to just brute force my way into the door. missing. Chat, I am running out of ideas. Because there should be a way. Well, you know what? Fine. I'm gonna be a bitch about it, and I won't even do this right now. Do some research. Or that coyote gets further in. Yeah. Holy! Oh, okay. Hi! Here! Not that bitch. You with me? No? Yeah. Okay. Blue. It is. My ankles on that ball. Fast travel was a thing, but no. Lovely night for a stroll, isn't it?
I need a raise. I deserve it.
Next time, I'll work up the courage to tell her how I really feel.
Hi, Nico. What up?
Good to see you still in one piece.
Is there someone who needs...
There is. This glove belonged to Edward.
I will deal with... There is more to one...
I was hoping you...
Yeah.
Take care, Nico.
Powers. Hi.
guide about ways to use this wristwatch.
You want? Oh shit, yeah. I have not forgot.
I don't think I can call this finished without...
Do you?
I can see it working. Form-wise, I mean.
I look forward.
Well, fuck. Chat. Hi. You.
Damn, that's a sweet piece of ass.
Come here.
Ow. Ow.
I'll get you.
Thirsty.
Don't hurt me!
That should see Nico satisfied. Let's drop in on him.
Up. Well, I tried to do it without breaking Masquerade. I was trying to lure him in over there. He wouldn't go. Hi.
Only there was a caddy here right now. Let's split it in two.
There.
Maybe I can convince the master to move to a more control state.
We're just gonna go back. Oh. Not the fact that he swung at me first. I was trying to lure him back with me, so I could bite him and kill him. No. He had to pull a knife on me. So I killed him. Self-defense. Self-defense, chat. No one can tell me otherwise. Yo, Nick. Did you think for you?
It is good to see you again. I hear you visit.
Else?
Is there someone who...
I need to consult my...
Be well.
So, chat, I think that's where I'm going to leave it here. I got a new thing. Oh. That's not nearly as cool as I was hoping it would be. Oh well. Alrighty, y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and stop it here for now. And then let's see who we want to raid in tonight. the wrong game. Oopsies. That explains a couple of things. Sorry about that. We're gonna go watch Reverend Mal play more Katamari Damacy. Alrighty, guys. Well, I love y'all. I will see you when I get back on Sunday. But in the meantime, be good to each other. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye for now.
Hey, Suzu! Welcome. Thank you for the raid. We are rolling up the credits on Katamari Damacy. We're not done with it. We're gonna go back and do a bunch of the other missions. See if we can get better scores. Sit back, relax, enjoy the absolute goofiness that is a Katamari Damacy game. Hell? I already spent so much time. Yeah, 100%ing a Katamari game is really difficult. You're gonna like find all the weird hidden shit, and then there's the challenge levels. What's your favorite song in Katamari? It's gotta be the basically the original theme song. Really is just sort of, it's so iconic. I can't not. I have to give it love. Oh, Katamari Mambo's really good. Love the Queen of all Cosmos. Aww.